Hello and welcome everyone to another game night with FUGZ. This is game night number 2. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys can hear me. If you're new to the stream, I am Tassel, the community manager here at My Neighbor Alice, and today I am joined with Zoran from Community and Partnerships. Thanks again for joining me.
I'm actually excited for this one. Not gonna lie. Last time I couldn't play, so this time I can actually play. It seems like it's working, so definitely excited for this one. Thank you for having me. Little introduction for the people who wasn't here last time. As you already said, I'm doing partnerships and community management. I'm kind of the main one handling kind of those kind of partnerships that we had with you guys, so definitely
Excellent.
excited and more than happy to play today.
Yeah, I mean, the game's a lot more fun when you can play it. I'll definitely admit that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's always like that. So,
Of course. So tonight, I'm excited to pick your brain, kind of go over a couple FUGS related questions I have lined up for you. Nothing big, just a few things during the stream. But before that, I should probably go over some of the basics. So we will be running another maze style event, in which case we will be singing to plants and fishing on the plot. I will go ahead and reveal the location of the plot live on stream here. But before we do that, I should if you're not familiar with what that means, like fishing or singing, don't worry, I got you covered. I'll be showing you how to do that on my plot ahead of time. And then the rewards. So the rewards this time are, I believe we're giving away 34 in-game items to the top 20 places on the leaderboard. These were kind of strategically picked, these items based on kind of like longer crafting times and stuff like that to give players like maximum value. And if you're anywhere in the top 20, you'll be receiving it. But if you're below that, you don't worry, you'll still get a FUGS hoodie just for joining in on all the fun. Speaking of the leaderboard, in order to participate, you have to be able to connect to the leaderboard. So I'd like to go over the basics on how to do that actually right now. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And what I need to do is share the UTM link. So I'll go ahead and share that in chat. I see a couple people in there. So let me see. There we go. So there's one there. And then also I'll be sharing this in our Discord so that everyone can join. And so basically this takes you to our rewards page, which I will be showing everyone right now. So you can see here I'm on the rewards page, and so if you click on that link, which is, you can also get there with myneighboralice.com/rewards, but use the UTM link if you're it just makes it easier for you. Let me go ahead and click on that. 1 second. There we go. So it takes you here to our rewards page. So if you scroll down and here and click on sign in, it'll pop up different methods that you can use to sign in. You can click it. You can sign in through your socials, your email, or your favorite crypto wallet like MetaMask or whatever you use. It's a pretty easy to do. Sign in, and then when you sign in, you'll notice that in this bottom right corner here where it says sign in, you'll have an account linked to it if you've signed in correctly. If it's your first time signing in, it'll be a string of numbers and letters. That's totally normal. Once you click play, and you create a character, it'll actually say your avatar name after that. So click on sign in, click on the play at the top after you've signed in, and then click on the play again. I'm not going to click on that because otherwise it'll start loading. But that's what you need to do. You need to click on it and let it start loading. Once it's loading, though, guys, make sure that you let it load all the way through first. Otherwise, it might make you restart the process all over again. So yeah, just to recap, click on sign in, scroll down, click sign in through your preferred method, whether that's your email, crypto wallet. Click on play in the upper right corner, and then click on play in the middle, and then let it fully load. If you're creating a character for the first time, it'll take just a few minutes, and then you'll be joining us in Lumenstead. Speaking of which, I should go ahead and share the game there. Let me exit that out here. Share my screen. So, have you had a chance to check it out anymore since last time, or just new
Actually,
to it?
I've been walking around trying to figure this out, but we can go through it again if you want for the new
No, no
people.
problem. Yeah, let me move my screen here and share this. All right.
Ooh, okay.
Let's here. There we go. So here
Nice.
I am. Oh, look at this. We got a lot of people. Hey, and I can see you.
Nice.
Yes, yes. I'm very happy to see you in game and hanging out with us. Like I said, thank you guys for joining us. So this is just a few minutes here to wait for people to sign in. If it's your first time joining the stream, thanks so much for joining us. Um, yeah, I'm really excited about this. So we will be doing another May style event, like I said. This one's real exciting. I'm very happy to be sharing this one. It's it's a really cool theme, and it's from a previous contest that we ran where they were creating mazes for a competition, and this was one of the winners. So very cool stuff. I guess while people are signing in, what I'll do. So in order to move around in the game, you need to be able to share your map. Oh, by the way, guys, when you after you sign in and you actually join us here in Lumenstad, once we actually do the tasks and you sing to a plant or you fish on the plot, make sure that you go ahead and you claim the task right away, because it actually matters when you claim the task, not just that you perform the action first. So if someone fishes at the same time as you, but they claim the action, they claim the fishing task first, they're actually going to rise to a higher position than you. So yeah, that actually matters.
Ooh.
As you can see, I'm wearing this awesome. Oh, look at this! We got a few different people wearing this awesome swag here. That
Nice.
So,
That's what I like to
you know
see.
what? While we're waiting for people to join in, I'll actually show you where you get these some of this cool stuff. So, if you push M for map, it'll bring up
Yes.
obviously the map here,
Yes.
and this has different like pinned locations and different land that you own or free trials that are connected to your account.
Mhm.
What you can do is if you scroll down to the bottom, I've got quite a few here, but if you scroll down to the bottom or click the little arrow to collapse the window, at the bottom is the town hubs. In the Pioneer Point town hub is where we're going to. I'll show you where the FUGZ shop is. I'll just share it in game, right? The location. So I've just shared it in the chat there. So if you push enter, it'll bring up like you're trying to chat,
Ah,
and then you just left click on it. It'll pull up the location
travel.
and then travel to it exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just asking if you had a chance to check it over since last time, because one of the things I really dig about FUGZ is it's kind of got that. It's hard to explain. It's got like a kind of a funky style, and I think that actually perfectly matches up with the kind of the My Neighbor Alice style, where we've got the the kind of the silly looking avatars, and but the really like beautiful biomes. Like each one is very distinctly different. This one is Pioneer Point. It's kind of lush green. It kind of reminds me of like a forest scene where you'd like want to build a log cabin type of thing.
Nice. Oh, I think my game crashed again. No,
Oh no.
no. And whenever I try to. Oh, okay. Let me try again. I think I know why. Okay, my camera crashed as well. Um,
Oh no. Don't
I'm
worry,
still
guys.
here, so.
Oh, okay, you're still there.
Uh,
Great.
yes, 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 yes. Let me try to.
All right, so we got here we are at Pioneer Point. I'm just gonna keep talking while you figure that out. As you can see, a lot of people are joining me here. So right when you get to Pioneer Point, if you look at the big orange tree here, like the tree house at the bottom of it is an NPC hero, and if you interact with him by pushing E, and then click on shop, it shows like the different items that he actually has, which is where I bought the FUGZ costume, which I just absolutely love. The FUGZ onesie, sorry. Some other FUGZ branded stuff. There is the emotes like that you can get like sad, and the tents and just stuff. By the way, guys, I'm just showing this because I know that there's still people signing in, so I wanted to let everyone know kind of where these things are. So if you click out and if you push Q, it brings up your emote wheel, and you can see that I have all of them kind of located in the emote wheel here. And you can actually push F and see your whole collection if you want, and assign them or equip them to different slots on the emote wheel. But I like the ones I have, so push Q, and if I want to flex, here we go. All right. Well, he's having some technical difficulties here, but as they say, the show must go on. So I'm going to go ahead and share the location to my plot so that you understand how to do the fishing and the singing tasks. One second here.
We're back, I guess.
Welcome, welcome.
Nice. Okay, let me try to get this.
Yeah, no problem. So if you push M for map, brings up your map. You can also type in a location. So my main one is 500-4490. And when you click on the magnifying glass, search it, it'll pull up my main plot. And then if you, on the left most button here, if you left click it and then hit enter and then enter again, it links it in the chat. And that's how, this is the plot that I'm going to be showing everyone how to sing and fish on. So go ahead and click on that if you want to, or you can type it in and travel that way. It's up to you. Left click it and then travel to the location. I know you haven't had a whole a huge amount of time, playing in My Neighbor Alice and stuff. But I was just curious on since you were dealing with like the partnership stuff, what you thought about like kind of what made us a good fit. Like I thought, like I said, I think that we're kind of both kind of that funky kind of look, which I think is absolutely awesome, obviously. But I was just curious your take on it.
Actually, good question. I feel like before that, I kind of knew your game as well, kind of because I was talking to Stefanina before that, and I think when she was reaching out to me, it was kind of like such a good fit because, as you said already, you kind of have that same kind of style. I would kind of say like cuteness. So, like we just started as an IP, so it kind of like made sense for us to like have an in-game integration that kind of suits with the overall story of FUGZ as well. Kind of like how do I explain this? Kind of that cuteness that you just have fun to play as well. Like like My Neighbor Alice is kind of like you just build a like cute base and then you just have fun. I think that's the main part. You don't have to like overthink playing, I would say, or like it's just a game you turn on and just have fun and play. And
I
I
completely
feel like
agree.
that was mainly the reason why we just did it. Like your guys are a nice team as well, and that's very important to us because we want to have people that we can work with on a like I want to say on a long term basis as well.
Of
So
course.
it only made sense for us to be like, yeah, let's do it, right? So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's kind of I mean that's the sentiment that I kind of hold as well. I think that it kind of is a synergetic like relationship. We both kind of have the same values. We want the same things, and I think that the IPs really fit really well together too. Like this costume is just awesome. I mean, I wear it all the time. All right, so I wanted to go over some of the basics for the Fugs people that may be new to the channel or to the stream, so that are not familiar. Down here at the bottom of my plot here, I've got a line of different plants that are growing, and one of the tasks is to sing to these plants. So if you push R, it'll bring up your action wheel here, and if you put in the lower left hand corner, you can see there's a flute. If you left click on the flute, you actually equip it. And then anything with this, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see here, but you see all these little green squares that are basically highlighted. This basically indicates the area that you'll be singing to. I can't sing to these because these are my own plants, and you're not allowed to sing to your own plants. but any of the neighbors could come onto my plot and sing to it if they wanted to. And you can see if you look in, if I can scroll in here, you see in my hand there's actually the flute that's actually already equipped in my hand. So when you walk over and then you left click, you'll sing to those plants. But like I said, I can't do that. And the other one, just one more time to show. So that's push R to bring up your action wheel. Lower left hand corner is the flute. Left click it to equip. Go over to the section where plants do not have a music symbol above them. So if I look over here, I can see that this one has a music symbol. This means somebody's already sang to it. So find one that doesn't, like here would be a great place. And then you just left click and you will sing to it. Similarly, if you want to fish, which is the two tasks, if you push R to bring up the action wheel, at the very top is your fishing rod. And what you do is you just left click on the fishing rod, same thing where it'll equip it. You can see it's over my shoulder. So it's clipping through my costume here, but you get the idea. And then you want to mouse over the water where you want to actually cast your rod. I can tell that this is a good location because I can see that it's highlighted in green. And then you left click to cast. And now what I'm waiting for is a yellow exclamation point to pop up, in which case I will left click and hold, and then follow the fish with my cursor. So if I left click now, I'm following the fish. So if I'm off of him, see how it's going down? But if I'm over him and holding down the left click, it slowly loads until you catch the fish. And I call it a regal bass. I'll show that one more time. R to go action wheel. At the very top is fishing rod. Left click to equip it. Right, left click into the water as long as it's got a little highlighted section, and then wait for the exclamation point, and then left click and hold and follow with the mouse. Left click and hold and following. Nope, this one's a little bit faster than the last one, and that's really all there is to it. And then it'll got another wriggle bass. So that is basically, in a nutshell, how to do the two tasks. Yeah, so because I
That's
don't really
cool
have much
stuff.
more
Not
to.
gonna lie.
There's a
That's
lot
cool
of.
stuff.
Sorry, what was that?
That's cool stuff. Not gonna lie. It's cool.
Yeah, I know it's simple, but we went through a few different iterations of fishing and how it worked. Before it was, I believe, you had to tap the A and D key over and over to kind of like reel in the fish, and we received feedback from our players about how that was, that they kind of wanted a different, like, more simplistic way of kind of doing it, and we implemented it based on their feedback. It's real important to us. I'm sure it is to you guys too. Have feedback on. I mean, I'm not sure how much of a role it plays within FUGZ, but it definitely plays a big role here at my neighbor Alice.
I mean, like we do get a lot of feedback, right? Always like appreciate it because then kind of like if you're going into the right direction, I would say. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, the core of a project or in a company is always a community, right? So you want to kind of have a community that you get feedback from because like you always have different opinions and that way you can always how do I put this? You can always like know a way of doing things better. I
Of
feel like
course.
because like as a team you have maybe like let's say as an example like 10 people, then you're gonna do things that maybe the community doesn't like, and like how do I put this? You want to go into the right direction with your community and not kind of piss them off. So I feel like having a community that actually gives you feedback is a must because I've been in so many communities and the founders or the team doesn't really care about the opinion from the community, and then after a couple of months they just die and are like, well, where's our community? And I'm like, oh, okay, it crashed again, I guess.
Oh, I see your screen went
Well,
black
to continue
line.
my point, I feel like community is the core of the thingy, and then Yeah, I guess. Wait, give me a second. I'll try to
Yeah,
fix
no
this.
problem at all. Yeah, and I agree. I think the community is the backbone of the entire project. Without the community, for instance, there is no Mighty Morales, and that's why we're always so appreciative of everyone who shows up and gives their feedback. I know that it's a delicate balance sometimes too, because you have to, there's the direction that you have, and then sometimes you have to pivot and go in a different direction to based on what the community wants, and then other times you can't because there's other circumstances that kind of are in play. But always it's important to understand that the community's feedback is very valuable. So we definitely take that in consideration. All right. Well, while you're getting your camera fixed up there, if you're still there, I'm going to go ahead and share the plot now, since we've got a few people on here, and I'm sure everyone is looking forward to the actual what is that
Nice.
the meat and potatoes of the stream, right? Get on.
Ooh.
So I'll go ahead and share it in stream at the same time. So we are going to meet up on plot 308 1992. That's 308 1992. I'll go ahead and also share it in chat here so that it's easy for you guys to get to. It's shared there, guys. So go ahead and just, if you need to click on that easy, just hit enter and then mouse over it, left click it. It'll pop up the location, and then just click travel. And that'll take you right to the location. I hope you guys are excited about this one as much as I am. Honestly, I say this every time, but I'm always blown away by the creativity that players demonstrate when creating these mazes, because they're not just functional, but they also have the realistic part of that, that they look really cool. So I'll be letting you guys out in just a moment so that you guys can do it. Remember, there are two tasks here, guys. One of them is singing to a plant, and the other one is fishing on the plot. I'll go ahead and give you guys an aerial view of this one. Oh, let me make that a little bit faster so you guys can see what's going on. And if you zoom out here, you can see this snail. Oh, there's somebody already in there. Um, let's see who that is, so that because they should not be in there from this location if they follow the rules there. All right, got it on video here. All right, and I will go ahead and let you guys out so we can get the competition started. And
Ooh, I see some people
let's remove the
wearing some
barriers.
FUGZ outfits. Nice.
Go ahead, guys. Good luck.
Sheesh.
Just as a little pro tip, I figured I'd share this on stream. I know everyone's got different methods about how to navigate these mazes, and I often see people be like, "Oh man, how do you find your way through it?" Or you know what I mean, or I can't find my way out. And here's a little trick that I've learned along the way while creating these and other stuff. If you push K for camera, it goes into this view, and then push V so that you can change your speed and your field of view to max. This is what I always do. Now, if you push V again, you can move your camera around. I'll go ahead and hide it with F7 so that you can see the entire thing here. Do you see how
Ooh.
if I zoom out here, I can see all the different locations of this maze? Well, if you push R, your character can move. So you see I'm moving up here by the eyes of the snail.
Oh,
Totally just
that's
move
a
around the
cheat
maze like
code.
this and see. Yeah, cheat code. I'm trying to give it. You heard it here first. And as you can
Damn.
see, I'm just smashing through this maze. I know that everyone's got the different ways that they do it, but this is how I would do it. Now you can't sing to the plant in this fashion, but you can definitely use it to get to a plant and then come out of the view, come out like an escape. But
Yeah,
yes. Oh, I'm way up here. I forgot that I was traveling through here. Very cool stuff.
actually looks.
Yeah. So
Ooh, let's hope for the best now. I'm on the island. Okay, crashed again. I don't know what's up with. I think my graphic card's drivers is just going crazy. I feel
yeah, and
like.
sometimes when you're trying to do the web GPU, because it's pretty cutting edge, the tech, trying to get to run from a browser, and going through that. Also, streaming is an extra taxing on it as well. So it could be just some optimization that needs to happen or something
Yeah,
like that. So no
yeah.
worries. It's something that's happened before. This one's kind of cool. So as you can see, there is all this like I just look at this like who builds a
Sure.
snail out of a plot?
I mean, it actually looks nice. It actually looks really nice. So
Oh,
I
it's
like
amazing.
it.
A
Love
shout
it.
out to I believe Galnez is the one who created that. If I'm remembering correctly, I tried to to honor it with I tried to never edit these more than I have to in order
Hmm.
to make them ready for these competitions. And I even put the land plazas and gave it some eyes. So hopefully you approve,
Nice.
Galnez, if this is yours.
Okay. Yeah, my camera's rugging again. Why not? But why is always my camera crashing? I don't know. Oh, my PC hates me. Like I was literally trying it before the stream and everything worked, and then I've joined the stream and then I guess that's the effect of streaming.
Yeah, I
I
mean
guess
maybe
the
so.
stream
I mean,
doesn't
like,
just like me.
so you've seen a couple different areas in here. You've seen this right here is a shaded headlands. It's got that kind of like really pretty like purple vibe. And then
Yes.
you've seen Pioneer Point, and that's got the kind of the more green lush tones.
Yes.
And I don't know if you saw Tourney World, but it's got more of like a kind of the yellow like open like golden fields.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I was just curious on which uh, I don't know enough about Fugs, but which one area do you think kind of matches your guys's funk the same way as ours? Like,
Mm.
which where would your Fugs live? I mean, they already kind of live. Hero already kind of lives in Pioneer Point. Where do you think another one would live? If,
Actually, good question. I feel like it kind of would fit everywhere, if that makes sense, because we have all those kind of different personalities. Like we talked about this last stream. Like we have the 12 personalities, and I think each personality has their own different kind of style. And I feel like that's where it kind of I've I would say matches both. But if you take a look at the lore a bit, we kind of have like those mountain style, like forest style, camping style kind of thingy. So I would say like this kind of fits as well.
yeah,
So like for actually good question. Now that I think of it, because it kind of fits everywhere. Like it's kind of a boring answer to say, but I feel
no,
like I feel like since we have those characters, it kind of fits everywhere. Like for example, like Pudgy Penguins. Like I love Pudgy Penguins, but they kind of fit only in a kind of Iceland style, like that you
yeah,
guys have. So I feel like since we have all of those different things, I feel like every map could kind of fit every kind of style. So
yeah, that's actually a really good point too. Is I mean, and that's fine, right? Like you can, I love Tinsel Falls and the ice look and the snow and stuff like that. It has its own vibe, but it is kind of singular, right? Like you can only do so much with that before you have to like. There's something that you can do completely different here, having the kind of the purple tones or in the open fields. It's like you want to create different things, even just because the biomes look so different. So when I think about like you were saying, Pudgy Penguins, like that fits perfectly for the Tinsel Falls because it happens to be ice and penguins, and of course that makes sense. But when I was trying to create some uh, a new plot where I was putting down things and I was using some of the wall that had the snow on it. I ended up having to actually rip it down. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look good here at all. Like I was experimenting, but not everything works with everything. So having the 12 personalities, that kind of fit into each one, that's actually, in my opinion, a very interesting answer because what are the 12 personalities? If you have them memorized, that would be just for the audience.
oh, then you're
Or can
asking
you
me
give me a couple?
something. I mean, so we have our basic one, which is hero. Wait, let me quickly just start the thing so you can see my camera again. Just give me, and
Sure,
then I'll answer your question.
absolutely. see everyone running around through the maze here and looking. I can't tell if all 20 different plants have been sung to, but I tried to strategically place them in areas where dead ends were popping up and different things like that. So this one really kind of rewarded those that actually explored and looked around. I think it's really really cool seeing just everyone like in different sections of it. Not the well, it's actually a decent sized one, but the layout is in such a kind of like a swirl. It's kind of what it reminds me of because you kind of work your way toward the center. And yeah, I think you guys are. It's I really appreciate you guys showing up and to these streams. It's a lot of fun getting to see how everyone tackles these differently.
Of course. Okay, coming back to your question, like
Please.
so we have 12 personalities. Our most basic one is hero, which is I would say like whenever you go on our socials, you kind of see him everywhere. Like our PFP is hero as well. I feel like this is the most basic that don't really have a personality. It kind of fits for everything.
Yeah.
And then, for example, like we have Derek, which is our coffee fuck. It's kind of like he needs that coffee to get the day going. And I feel
Okay.
like if you think like this on a lore, like a lot of people gonna like connect with that. So to all the coffee drinkers, I think it kind of like fits. It's like kind of coffee and like he's holding a briefcase as well. So it's kind of showing up to work, but he needs that coffee to let him kind of get going, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I completely understand that. That'd be my wife. She can't even get out of bed basically without a coffee. So
Yeah. So like as an example as well, like we got Hank, which is like a brown fuck, which is like kind of like we explain it as in chocolate fuck,
okay.
where they're just a huge foodie, they love food, and then it just like they're down to earth and just chilling life and eating food and having fun. This kind of reminds me of me, so it's kind of uh, like if you take a look at the website that we have, like we put every personality there, and like you kind of connect with everyone has their fug which they connect with, and along the line like we doing all the animation stuff on web2 socials, and right now we're pushing hero, but think of it like this: you can create a whole storyline with dif- all of those different kind of characters. And I feel like as an IP you kind of need that to
Yeah.
have something like a lore, because let's be honest, like you want people to remember something about you. And if you just haven't, like, how do I put this, if you don't have something like that, I feel like then it's gonna die off slowly. Because like who's really doing it good, for example, as Chimpers, Pudgy Penguins, Clanus and stuff as an IP, I feel like they did the right thing because people actually connect with their brand. And I
Of
feel
course.
like you need that in general. And I mean, those personalities, I think, as us for FUGZ, is very unique. I think you don't have that much in Web3. I would put it that way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's our like one of our strongest points, that we have those kind of things we can play around with. And like
Yeah.
like even we have like an angel fuck and like a devil fuck. So it's kind of like we have everything covered. And then we have like the gold one, which is like the the most rarest one, or the even like the phantom ones, which is kind of the head of everything. So
I was saying too about how like I thought like my neighbor Alice and FUGZ had good synergy, and that's kind of what I mean too. Is like you guys join our ecosystem, our world, and it kind of is enriched with your guys' culture. Like seeing people run around here in hero a onesie and using the different emotes that the FUGZ emotes or whatever, like
nice.
just to flex.
Ooh.
It's it just didn't. enriches the game experience. And I think that adding the culture, our culture and yours together just kind of made sense. It's a logical step towards because we both kind of want the same thing. And I completely agree. I think that having a lore and it like you said it. You want to be remembered and for something, and I think that that's how you're remembered is by kind of what you do and what your story is and what your personality is like. And like I immediately connected when you said that you had a personality that was like coffee, and you did took that was the thing. I was like, oh, that's my wife immediately. And I
Yeah,
think that
see,
and I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that either, right? Like, there's a million or a lot of people just like me that have a very similar, like, thinking to themselves, well, I know that person as well. So, yeah,
I think that's kind of the way we want to go. I feel it's much needed because if you have like one basic character, like you can do it. Like success is on Pudgy Penguins, right? They have their blue Pudgy. But I
mm,
feel like if you want to have a better lore of understanding, like let's say take a look at Disney, like you have Mickey Mouse, which is kind of like the funny one. Then you have Pluto, which is or like not Pluto, Goofy, which is like kind of goofing around a bit. Like you have all of different kind of personalities that always like some people have this as a favorite character, some people have this, and if you have that variety, like people feel more connected to the brand overall as well. To kind of like, this is Derek, oh, this is Hero, oh, this is Flower, whatever it is. I feel like this is gonna be better on the long term as for the
agree.
whole company. So, and it like coming back to our partnership, I feel like we can build off that really good, and like overall really excited what we can do more in this kind of direction. Like
Well,
because it
definitely
just fits
mutual.
very well.
Yeah, definitely mutual. And I agree completely. Like, I mean, you were talking about Disney, but I mean, you could pretty much, um, think about like most companies have their their signature characters
Yes,
or
totally.
personalities. I mean, Warner Brothers has Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Elmer
Yeah,
Fudd, and
exactly.
those are people that you can relate to, and everyone knows that the Elmer Fudd and their family, or
Yeah,
um,
yeah. That's a that's literally put it on the point. Like everybody kind of knows, because there in the world there's not only one personality, so you kind of always have that connection with anything. So I feel like that's the perfect fit. And I mean, like, how do I explain this? What I was trying, how do I put my words in my head into words in my mouth? So
I understand.
yeah, sometimes I have like a thought and then I'll try to get it out, but I can't.
I completely understand that. I mean, I've definitely suffered from that same thing all the time.
Yeah,
Like, how do I convey what I'm trying to actually say?
yeah, exactly. That's what I was. That I was. How do I put this together? But I don't know. Like, I think as an IP overall, you gotta figure out a way of people connecting with your brand, because you can have an IP, but at the end of the day, why should somebody use or watch your IP or help your IP, whatever it is, to kind of grow? Or why should they watch you instead of something else? Like I always take the example Disney or Warner Brothers is actually a good one as well. Like they had like a huge ecosystem of those characters, which they made like really great. So people actually connect. Because if you have just one character, I feel like it's never going like it's going to work out, but you have to be smart with it because people want to connect with your brand.
Yeah,
That's the most important thing you need to watch out for an IP, like as an IP. You gotta have people understanding kind of that thing and connecting.
yeah.
And
And I think that kind of bleeds out to other areas too. So I mean, you think about personalities and stuff like that, but it doesn't necessarily only mean personalities for like characters. It could also mean for like for instance like these different biomes, right? This one's like very,
Totally.
purple and really pretty. My wife watched me play this game before she ever decided to be an actual player herself, and she wasn't interested so much in some of the other lands, but her favorite color is purple, and she just immediately loved this one. She's like, okay, that's enough for like I'll join now because I want to own land and build on there. And then she started buying more and more. But like sometimes it just takes that catalyst, that first thing of is it interesting to me, and what do I connect with? What is it that resonates with me as a person? And
Exactly.
that could be a personality, and that could be a place. It could be a lot of different things.
A lot of different things. I totally agree on that. Like you have so much personalities in the world, and everyone has their own taste, kind of as well.
Yeah,
Like if somebody likes a bit more like let's say a shiny map, somebody likes a bit more dark and stuff. So I totally agree on that. I feel like you guys like at My Neighbor Alice as well did a great job in that. So shout out to you. And I feel like we're very kind of was the English word, careful who we partner up with. Like because we wanna have like it should fit us. It should fit the project that we're collabing with as well. So it kind of made sense at the start, right? Because like you partnered up with Pudgy Penguins before that, like that is huge IP. That was really a good fit into the game, and then it was kind of like you created that whole ecosystem where just people gonna connect and have fun. I feel like
yeah,
that's the most important part in this space in general as well. I feel like that's why a lot of people love this space because you connect with people all over the world. And I feel like my neighbors can do that as well. Just have a game that is browser based, people can play it and just turn off the head and have
yeah.
fun, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's it too, right? I mean everyone has different things that they like to do, and that's I mean sometimes people like to. Some people are real competitive and they like selling things on the market, and so that's their whole goal. They want to try to make Alice here and there. Or some people really like the crafting aspect and to own. That's kind of more my thing. I like to own as much as I can so that I can make these real elaborate builds when I have time. Other people just like the fishing and exploring and relaxing. Some people love parkour and jumping on the trampolines and flying around. Other people don't. Some people just say that that's too high energy and they'd rather just kick it. But that's kind of the beauty of this platform, is that you can do that. You can just kick back and relax and fish. And we're always adding new features and stuff. We just recently added a new global shop to the menu where people can purchase like whole bulk items sets. So if they want to, if they're like short on a few items. Um, yeah, there's we now have a mute feature. Some people just want to kick back and not be, that maybe they're just not interested in the conversation. They can just mute it for 24 hours if that's what they want to do. Yeah, there's constantly developing and branching out and new things like that. Well, Zoran, I really appreciate you joining me on here. We're kind of getting close to the end of our stream here. I'm sure that everyone's probably found or I don't know if everyone found all the locations. I'll find out afterwards and then post the leaderboard results within the next couple of days. It's Friday, so probably on Monday. But I just wanted to say thanks again for joining me. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Of course.
The conversation's always great. And is there anything that you wanted to say before we close out the stream?
I mean, first of all, thank you for. Oh my god, thank you for having me again on this stream. Like, I think I'm a person that always like those conversations because I can always learn from the people that I'm on the stream with, and I always learn. So definitely appreciate that stream, and like as I said already, kind of excited what we have planned more maybe in the future, right? So
Yeah,
definitely looking forward to that, and I feel like there's huge potential in this kind of collaboration. I think because it kind of fits both, as I said already, and I don't want to say too much since I know it's late for you as well, so I don't want to hold you back. But definitely excited for this. I will try to get the game working somehow, and then I can actually try out the game properly and play.
Yeah, we do have a launcher version too, so I'll go ahead and give you the details after the stream if you want. Maybe
Yeah,
you can
that
mess
would be good to know. I feel like
around.
that's
Definitely.
gonna work better.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that is pretty much the end of our stream here. I just wanted to say one last time, thank you guys so much for joining us. I had a really great time. It's amazing seeing you guys run through here. I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream and getting to talk with Zoran from FUGZ. And we got some more exciting stuff coming up for you. So actually in the pretty near future. So keep an eye open for that on our Discord. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.